Hi and welcome back to Finders Beepers History Seekers, and welcome to December. So I've not got any behind the scenes stuff really that I can show you through December, so I thought why not put some stuff together, different sorts of videos every, like maybe a couple of times, 3 times a week, something like that, and give you something different. Now, first of all, I thought, what is like Christmas for me? And one of the things I always used to do was go to Wentworth Woodhouse, which is just down the road. I've taken you there before and I've showed you before, but never at Christmas. I've never showed you in detail a lot of the stuff. So we're gonna go to Wentworth. We're gonna have a look round, go and get a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. Go and see, I don't know, maybe the gardens, the big house, all that side of things. Talk about some of the history and just spend a day together. Let's go and have some nice drinky poos together. I'll see you down there. Now, I do feel a bit bad because Bear's getting left behind. I was going to bring him, ignore all those wires, we haven't sorted them out yet. I was going to bring him, and he's gone and put his Christmas jumper on and everything for us. But there's just far too many people down there. He's a nightmare with too many people. I can't take him in the cafe. He'd end up having to sit in the car for ages on his own. So I will take you on some trips with him over the next couple of weeks, but not today. We're at the entrance to Wentworth Woodhouse. Now, it appears there is something going off here today. It says the Snow Queen. So they do have a lot of events here. Now, there is a big car park down here and you do have to pay quite a lot to get in it. Doesn't mean that I'm going to. So this bit here is actually where the college was, where me and Andy got caught by armed police all those years ago. Back in either 2017 or 2018. We tried to get in these stables, and I'll try and show you those a little bit better as we come back past. I have showed you a lot of these things in videos before, but I just want to show you the whole village, the whole lot of it, not just the big house. That's why we're just bombing down here now, and then we'll make our way back up. Now, this estate was massive, absolutely massive. It's the biggest house in the UK. It's got the largest front on any building in the UK, privately owned, I think, or something down those lines. But there's land that goes on, and it used to go on for 9 miles away from the building. And actually, this, wow, look at it, is the back of the building, or it was originally, and they flipped it. Now that is pretty impressive. What is not as impressive is that I've got to keep stopping for cars to come past me, but it gives me the opportunity just to stop and show you that for 2 seconds. Look how long it is. It's bigger than Buckingham Palace. It's used in a lot of the sort of period dramas. Hi, hope you're all right. Yeah, all the period dramas that are set in Buckingham Palace, a lot of them are filmed in this place. Oh God, we've got vans and cars and all sorts to put up with. Right, let's shift up here, get in this car park, and I can give you a bit of a better look. Right, I don't know if you can see. That's the parking attendant guy. He's after me. I'm trying to do this on a shoestring, man. I can't pay him for parking at like £7 or whatever it is, just to show you the outside of the house. So we're gonna find another way around it. Right. This place you are going to have to put up with cars coming past again. There's plenty of room there, don't worry. Stop panicking. Yeah, this place started being built just after 1066. Obviously, the big date for the UK, massive date for the UK. But yeah, it started being built then. it's been added onto over years and years, and most of the work was added on in the 1700s. Now, like I said before, this used to be the back of the house. It's now classed as the front, because round the other side it's in the style of like a Jacobean style, and it went very, very much out of favour because it was classed as like a Catholic style of building, whereas this is more like Protestant. So this was all added on in the 1700s. There's so much history to this place. I don't think you understand how much there is. It's crazy. Like, there was wars between the family themselves who owned it. It was passed between person to person. I think a cousin got it. And there's actually another big house, I'll put a picture in, not far from here, called Wentworth Castle. Now, Wentworth Castle was only built because the guy that owned Wentworth Castle was supposed to get this place, but it was passed to his cousin instead. So we were like, right, well, I'm going to build a better place than yours. And they had a bit of a war over who'd got the best house. Now, it turns out that this place won. This place was so much better. But look at it. It is absolutely amazing. I don't want to go too much into it. Up until 2017, it was somewhere that you could explore. It was abandoned, totally abandoned, and they've done loads of work. I'll put loads of bits of videos in for you inside so you can see what it's like now, photos and stuff. There's a tunnel that runs under this place to the village we're going to in a bit. But we'll head round now to Wentworth Garden Centre, which is just behind here. I'll tell you some more of the information about the house when we get round there, but I'm going to get in trouble if I stay here much longer because they're looking at me. But if you look in the opposite direction, there's follies all over, like literally the whole grounds are full of them. There's deer, there's a big huge herd of deer knocking about. It's just such a brilliant place. Anyway, let's go to the garden centre. Now, like I said before, I have showed you this before. This is the stables. It was added in the later 1700s, I think around about 1780, something like that. And it just showed they were expanding constantly through the 1700s. Absolutely amazing stable block. Like, I love it when the sun's out and stuff, but on this occasion I can hardly show you because it's so bright. But yeah, it's wonderful. And then in the 50s, they added this monstrosity. Look at the state of these horrible buildings. It was when the college came. So the college came and took over a section of the land, which is great because it meant money coming into the hall in the 50s, but it also is just awful. And that is part of the building where me and Andy were in the pool when the armed police came. It was crazy. I'll see if I can put a clip in for you. It was very dark, and it was one of our first ever explores, and we were so scared, but brilliant at the same time. Right, we'll head down to the garden centre, because the garden centre, I know it sounds a bit weird, let's go to a garden centre, but it used to be part of this. So it was part of the same land, their ornate gardens, because there was amazing gardens up behind. Which way are we now? So behind this stable block, further back, there was big ornate gardens, and they stretched right up to the garden centre, and that's the bit that's been preserved, luckily. I think we might have to pay to get in it. I don't mind on this occasion, just for you. I wanted to actually pay to go in the hall. I was going to pay £17 to go in. However, it's booked up till the middle of January, so I couldn't even do that. I thought, you know what, let's splash out. And I came to do it and I couldn't do it. Right, so you come out the gates, you can see residence access up there that leads to the back half of the village. You've got a windmill up there that's been converted into a house. It's so lovely. I love Wentworth Village. It's one of my favourite places locally. It's not far from me at all. It takes, what, 10 minutes to get here from my house. Not long at all. Right, anyway, the garden centre is just over there. Right, we're at the garden centre. Now, these walls lead over to the garden, some of the gardens themselves, which we'll maybe head down to in a bit. We'll also pop up to that church because there's some interesting stuff to do with that as well. Look how busy this place is though. Like, the car park just goes on and on and on. So get ready to be absolutely killed by old people and middle-aged women, because that's all that's going to be in there. Now, I'm very aware this is quite an odd place to bring you for a video, just to a garden centre. But, like I mentioned earlier, this is something that I used to do as a kid all the time. We used to come here. Me, my mum and my dad, sometimes my older sister, come down here, get some food, especially at Christmas. Come and get a fresh Christmas tree. All the wreaths and stuff that you can get here as well. And then come for a coffee or something to eat, and it's so nice. And I just wanted to highlight things that are on my own doorstep, like the amount of times I go abroad and I show you all these amazing places, but I don't show you what's near me. And look, you've got all your Christmas trees up there, you've got wreaths and little cute Christmas trees, but yeah, all your like Victorian wreaths are bleeding expensive though. That's one thing I will say about this place, it is quite expensive. But yeah, all your little wreaths and stuff on there. And I know it won't be for everybody this, but I just thought, you know what, let's just show stuff that means something to me, especially this time of year. Do something different for December. And I'm going to do totally different videos as well. So one day you're going to get something like this, then the next day we'll be doing like I don't know, a video where I talk about Kay's cooking or something. I don't know, we'll see. Right, you used to be able to get that way, you can't get there anymore. Let's go this way. I genuinely do like places like this at this time of year. Very like Christmassy stuff. Families hanging around together. The only problem is there's so many people, I'm just going to be sticking my camera in their faces all this time, and I hate it. You know I hate it. But yeah, they do like loads of activities and stuff as well. So like Christmas trails, they've got all the countdown to Christmas and stuff up there. Let's go and get something to eat and drink first. Now, when we used to come back in the 80s, there was one little grotty cafe, which actually was really good. Now, this place is massive. Right, I'm only going to briefly show you in this bit because it is rammed and everyone's going to be like, why is he filming us? But yeah, look. Oh, you got the scones, all your pastries, and your cakes and things like that as well. Looks really, really good. Right, let me see what I can get. Right, got myself a fat piece of cake. I'm not going to get a sandwich or anything. There is sandwiches and crisps and stuff, but I'm not going to get it. I might get something savoury later on at the pub. And then you got quiches and sausage roll. Oh, I don't know though, might have to have a sausage roll. Right, ended up getting a sausage roll, which is lovely and warm. Proper good pastry on it, cappuccino and some chocolate cake. Not staying in here too long, but I'm telling you now, I've had the sausage rolls in here before and they are so good. To be fair, the food in here is good in general. Not particularly cheap, not bad. I think it came in at about £11–12, but sausage rolls are cheap, aren't they? They're cheap to make, but still good, still good. Someone over there, I want to show you, but I can't. Somebody's got pie and chips over there and it looks so nice. But anyway, I'll get eating and then we'll go and have a look around. Alright, typical me, I forgot to get a spoon. So I'm now going to bomb back over there to go and get a spoon. No doubt when I come back, someone's cleared the table, which would be my luck. Anyway, come on. Right, this is where I'm going to start feeling very uncomfortable because people are going to start looking at me for filming. So it's all the same sort of stuff you'd find in most garden centres around Christmas, but they do seem to have a lot of little extras and stuff. And I just think it's all so good. It's like proper puts you in a Christmassy mood. Thinking about food again. But yeah, like the little... I'm just causing chaos, aren't I? Absolute nightmare, me. I swear this is why I was never left alone as a child. I can't knock everything off, I'm terrible. But yeah, some of the things in here are lovely, they really are. And I don't want to. I'm not going to show you everything, especially not cabbages, cabbageware. You used to do that back in like the 1700s and 1800s, stuff like that. But yeah, as you can see, it is wonderful. You even get gloves, they're very good. Yeah, there is some brilliant stuff, some really, really good stuff. The only downside is the amount of old people and middle-aged rich women, although actually that's not a bad thing, is it? Need to get talking to them. But yeah, my kids love the Jellycat stuff. I'm not quite sure why there's a frog in a Christmas tree there, but that glove is just so cute. But they're like 30, 40 quid. It's madness. But they are really good. Right, let's carry on going, seeing what else we can see in here. Like I said, it might not be for everyone, this video, but it's just a bit different in it. I'm not gonna lie, I could spend thousands in here kitting out my house. I'm a proper girl when it comes to stuff like this, although my house looks like a tip at the moment. Like, all these things are just beautiful, aren't they? And it's just proper Christmas, eh? I love it. And that's why it's so busy around this bit, because it's just all your baubles and your Christmas decorations. And so you've got people fighting over the last Christmas crackers and stuff like that. But yeah, we're not going to hang around in here for much longer. I just wanted to show you. Look at this. So pretty, so nice. And kids absolutely love it coming in here as well, looking at all the decorations. And I know you can get most of these things all over, but I think it's just, I don't know, it's because I used to come here as a kid. It just makes me feel all special. The thing is, it goes on for bleeding miles as well. Like, in every direction you go, there's more and more and more stuff. From fake trees to Rudolph head things, all sorts. Right, let's head back outside. Right, tried to find my way out, I've just totally got lost. This place gets bigger and bigger every time I come in it. More and more stuff, like fake flowers and garden centre and all sorts. I just don't know where to go to get out. Oh, these, I love these. I don't know why, I'd love to get one done a bear, like, with a little mug of hot chocolate or something. Right, get out of here. You've been just middle-aged old woman, man thing. Right, 20 minutes later, I found my way out. Bleeding heck. It's alright. A nightmare to get out of here. Right, I don't want to spend forever in the garden centre, because it's a garden centre, but we do need to go and maybe try and have a look in the garden bit. So as you can see, at night time, even times, when kids have finished school and stuff, it's brilliant for them. There's a massive playground over there, but the garden bits, the original hall, are down there. Oh, actually, I forgot, there's a family farm down here where you can go and see Father Christmas and everything. How do you get into the main gardens there? I've forgotten how to get there. Oh, we can see the back of the hall here, just to highlight how close we actually are. I don't know what I feel about the grounds being split up, but I suppose, like, look at the money that this is bringing in. It's pretty good, I suppose, that side of things. But in regards to the history of it, it's getting broken up a bit, innit? But look at this. So the bit we're in now at the moment was the walled garden. All this bit round here, it was like things to eat and stuff like that. Fruit trees and stuff. Down here was more of like an ornamental garden. Now I have come the wrong way. We have to get in up there somewhere, I think. But you can see the best view of the back of the house, which used to be the front of the house, from here. Now, when me and Andy sneaked in, we had to run round across the back of there, and we were scared to death. I remember being absolutely petrified of getting caught. Right, we now need to go back up there, to the left, back down here, and literally, I think, to there. That's all we've got to go to. Can we sneak through? There's got to be a way, surely. Surely nobody's going to notice me just going up this way. There's a big teepee. There's a massive teepee thing here. Don't know what that's for. But we'll just sneak round the back of here and maybe climb over something. It's not like me, is it? Oh, we're going to have to go under here. I'm probably going to get in trouble, aren't I? Nah, I'll be right. Right, the gardens is normally $2.95 to get in. However, it's donations at the moment, as it says on the window there. As I've got no change, there'll be no donation. You can have some salad cream. That's about all I've got in change. But maybe I'll come back another day and pay something. I probably won't. Right, so I found myself about to go into a bleeding maze now. I'm going to be walking. I should have brought drone with me. Why didn't I bring drone with me? I should have done. But this, I'm going to be in here for ages. Jesus Christ, man. I'm never gonna find my way out. You're never gonna see me again. No! I'm out of breath, man. I've been jogging round here. But you go in there, you come out there. Pointless. Brilliant. Now, I'm not going to show you all the gardens, but this bit's probably my favourite from when I was younger. It's got all the old statues like that are on the top of the building. These are from the 1700s. And it leads down to something pretty cool that you don't see many of, especially these days. They've all gone. But the one just down here is brill. So you come out the main gardens there, down into this little bit here, which has got steps all over. And I'm pretty sure it's down here. I might be wrong, it's a long time since I've been here, but I'm pretty sure you head down here and it takes you to what would have been the local lords, like pride and joy, really. Now, I did tell you I was going to tell you some more things about this place. So it's got a connection to JFK's family. The Earl of Fitzwilliam, who owned the place, was in a relationship with his sister and ended up dying. Both of them died in a plane crash. They had like millions and millions of pounds and they just wasted it on like parties and stuff. So interesting, this place. There's a book called Black Diamonds and you definitely should get it. Now, this is where I was talking about. Now, have you any idea what this place could be for? What it was used for originally? Now, this bit had been added on later on. The original door was there. But what do you think happened inside here? Now, it's mega cool. One of my favourite bits, this. In fact, probably my favourite bit of the whole of the village. Now, currently we've got a Christmas tree in there. But normally, there wouldn't be. That would be a viewing gallery up there, so people would come in to view. And this here and this here would be where they kept the bear. So there was a big door on this bit here. the Lord and his friends and family and stuff would come and stand up there and watch the bear in this area here. And how it's awful, like leaving the bear in such a small space is terrible. But back in the 1700s, to have something like that would be amazing. Like, it's not something that everybody has. But you'd stand up here, you could watch it moving around. Now I'm guessing the stairs somehow were blocked off, so I wouldn't want to fancy myself with a bear charging up these stairs at me. But mega cool, because there wasn't bears in the UK then. There isn't now, but there had been hundreds of years previous to that. And then coming out the other side, it leads you pretty much directly down to the hall that way. It's so cool. Now earlier I said I put you over the top of the wall where my car was parked, which is there, and said we're right next to the gardens. Couldn't be much closer to my car, it's literally there. So that's where we're going to head now, and we're going to go into the main village. To be honest, there's more I could show you in here. There's a butcher's, there's bakers, there's a load more different shops, crafty shops and things. But it'd get boring if I started showing you all the shops. Is it this way? I think it's this way. Yeah, it'd get boring. And if you ever do want to come to Wentworth Garden Centre, you've got new things to find. So I know, like I said, it's not an advert for Wentworth. It's just somewhere that I've always loved growing up. Somewhere that I've come to as a child and now as an adult. And I look at it in different ways, but I still get that magic to this place. There's something about it. I don't know what it is, but there's magic to this place. I think it's because there's hidden mysteries as well. So from the big hall, which is that way, there's a tunnel that runs behind us here all the way to the church that I pointed out earlier on, that way. So we'll go to the village, we'll head up to the church. We might even go for a sneaky pint, I don't know yet. Now, one of my favourite buildings is this little tiny post office. It's even got the name Wentworth on it, which they don't often these days. But yeah, I just think it looks really cute. I'm not stopping here because they've got roadworks on this little bit here. So I just thought I'd quickly show you as I was driving past. But there's no point me parking up just to come to here. So that's where we've just come from. That's where the post office is. And that's the Rockingham Arms, which is one of the local pubs. Now, I've only pointed it out, it's right up there. I only pointed it out because the person that lived in the hall, I think it was the Wilson Wentworth family. He had to take on the name Wentworth because, like I said before, his cousin was Wentworth, Thomas Wentworth. And then he ended up getting it passed on to him, and he was a Wilson. But because he'd taken on the hall, he then became a Wentworth. It's all very complicated. But then over the years, there was the Earl of Fitzwilliam, the Earl of Rockingham, and he had a massive house, Rockingham Castle or whatever. I'll try and find a photo of that. So you'll get a lot round here, a lot of names. In fact, where I used to live in Darfield, there's a Fitzwilliam Street, and it's all because he used to own all of this, and a lot of it came from coal mining. So that's why I said read the book called Black Diamonds, because it's all about the coal side of things, but it's mainly about the family and about how they made their money and why they became one of the most powerful people in the country, really. Now, I don't know if it's still the same, but back in the day, it used to be that you could not own a house in Wentworth Village. It was all owned by the hall, but I don't know if that changed in 2015 when the guy that owned it privately died. You could only rent a place here, and it was all owned by them. Now, two things. Tunnel. So the tunnel either runs underneath this road directly from the hall, or there's a track just up there and it runs from there. Now it leads to a church, and it's either the old church at the end of the end of the village or the newer one which I showed you earlier on. I'd love to get in it. As far as I'm aware, it's been filled in, or part of it has, so you can't get through it, but who's to know? They're not going to tell you these things. So you've got things that you could tell what they used to be. So the old smithy, so the Smith iron people used to live there. You've got the tea rooms, which I think used to be a coach house at some point. And then all private houses on here. It is a shame that it's quite busy. It's a bit of a cut through from Sheffield through to Rotherham, so you get a lot of buses and cars and stuff coming through, which is a shame because it's a beautiful little village. And one of my favourite bits is just round this corner, somewhere that I've always wanted to own since I was little, a house on this little bit here. So this round this corner is Paradise Square, and I just think it's one of the cutest, most lovely little bits with like communal front gardens ever. And they're only little and you wouldn't have very much room in them, I don't think, but it's just beauty, innit? Like I said though, shame about this road. Now the Americans will be going, oh look, they won't be talking in that accent, but they'll be going, oh look, it's a British phone box. I don't know where they're from now, but it's definitely not America. But that's also not a phone box. A lot of countries think we still have the red phone boxes everywhere, and we just don't. These are nice as well. We just don't. Most of them now house something like this. Defibrillators, I can never say it, defibrillator. So there's a lot of old people around here basically. A lot of people likely to have an heart attack. I'm probably one of them. But yeah, that's what it used to be. It did used to be a phone box. Now, a lot of them have been turned into things like this. Some into mini libraries. They'll put books in them and all sorts. But I'm glad that they keep them. But we haven't had them in use since probably the 80s. Then they brought a load of horrible glass ones in the 90s, and then everybody got mobile phones. Next up, you've got the little village shop. It's got really old-fashioned sweets and all the stuff you would want to have in somewhere like that. Pastries and stuff. This is the pub that I go to, the George and Dragon. It's from the late 1600s. It's really, really old, and you can just see the church behind as well. If you notice, in the UK, wherever there's a church, there's a pub. Because all the people came out of the church and went into the pub. That's why. Right, I'll give you a quick sneak through the window, but it's a very traditional kind of shop with all different pastries. I've got to be careful because I'm going to be watched. I don't want to be, chocolates and stuff. Very, very good. Really good. Right, on we go. Oh, wine shop there. We are going in the pub, I think. We'll see. But I just want to take you up to the churches first. Now, if you let me know down in the comments whether this is the sort of video you do like seeing as a midweek video when I've got no behind the scenes, then tell me, and I can go to more places. South Yorkshire, West Yorkshire, all of Yorkshire, Derbyshire, those sorts of places. As long as it's not like the South Coast or millions of miles away, I don't mind going. But I want to share what I've grown up with you, because I take it for granted a little bit. I come to these places or drive through these places regularly. I don't think anything of it, whereas you are seeing it with fresh eyes, which I think is brill, really. Right, the newer church, the Holy Trinity Church, is up there. We'll go up to that in a minute, but the old one that we want is further down here. Now, I don't know a lot of history about the people that are in here. I think that big central green bit there is maybe some of the people that lived at the hall. Other than that, I don't really know much, but we'll go and have a look ourselves, see what we can see, because I know there's some old graves in here, some really old ones. Right, so it does, still don't know who it's for. We have to walk all the way around it to find out. But it says, this place of burial was constructed in 1800, God, I'm going to slip over me, 1824. So 1824 this was put there. Now, like I said, there is a lot older than that in this graveyard, a lot older. But this is an important one. Yeah, look, William, Earl Fitzwilliam. You can't really see it because of the sky. William, Earl Fitzwilliam and Charles William Viscount Milton. I wish you could see that. The sky is just making it a right nightmare. Viscount Milton. Jesus Christ, this is hard work, isn't it? This might be better. Wentworth branch of their descendants, in the hope that, Jesus Christ, could have a workout just to see what it says. They may so pass through things temporal that they, what's that say? Lose not their things eternal. So yeah, it's the Wentworth family that are in there. So like I said, that's like the people that got in with JFK's sister. There's the partying in the 1920s, all those people. The people that let it fall into neglect in the 1800s, all of them are in there. But you've got to think how much money all these people had, and they ended up in the same graveyard as the people that worked for him. Now, as you can see, this place has fallen down and been changed over years, and I don't think it's in use at all anymore. But it's been here since I think maybe the 1200s, maybe earlier, maybe when they built the big house. Now, look, that's to go up the tower, but is there any way into the tunnels in here? Does that just go up? Yeah, stairs up in it. I'd love to know. I'd love to know which church it was, and I'd love to know what's down there. The unknown is what gets me going. Ooh, not like that. Not like, ooh, what's in your pants? I'm not quite sure. Maybe I am. Anyway, look at this. Some of the older, more ornate gravestones just smashed up on here. I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, I'm pretty sure there might be skull and crossbones on some of these graves in here. Like really old ones. I've got a memory of seeing them, but maybe I'm mixing it up with somewhere in Scotland. I don't know, because you get that a lot in Scotland and in Cornwall. So, when's this? Yeah, 1766. That. So they're mainly going to be around the 1700s when the hall was booming. But yeah, look at that. Look how impressive that is with the... zooming in and out on you now. All weathered. How long has it got to be there to be weathered that much? It's mad. I love it when sandstone goes like this as well. All like striated, the lines down it. It's really good. Oh, gutted. I wanted to find some ones with what's this say? For goodness sake, fix this stone up again. What? As if it says that. And it's old as well. Do you know why I know it's really old, this? Look, for goodness sake, fix this stone up again. But who spent the time doing that, and why? It's strange. But that's an S, but it's an F. That's why I know it's really, really old. Because you used to get F's instead of S's. It was all very strange back then. But I wonder why. I wonder who's put that on the back, and wonder. I can't see a date on it anywhere either. No, I can see 64, age of 1780 something, age 64. But don't you think that's really strange that that's written on the back? Really odd. Right, we'll walk up here and through to the newer church, and then we'll go to the pub, go and get a pint and head off. But like I said, wouldn't it be cool to find an entrance to that tunnel? I always think is there like a drain that you can get down and get in it. But yeah, look at all these in the woods. I think they're mega cool. And the thing is, I just stood on that then and it all sunk under my feet. like the grave was about to collapse underneath. But the newer church is just behind there anyway. Right, so this is the massive new church compared to the little old church. Now the reason it was added was because William Wentworth, or Fitzwilliam or whatever he was, decided that the other church wasn't big enough for him. He wanted a bigger, better church. So in 1877 this place was opened, so he could show off all his finery to his friends on a Sunday. But the thing is, that was 1877. By the 1920s, the money had pretty much run out, or it was running out through vast parties on the lawn. They used to have aeroplanes land on the lawn where we were around earlier on. They'd get people coming in from all over, from America. That's probably how they met JFK's sister later on. But the parties started off in the 20s, and it was crazy the amount of money he would put in, the amount of money he would spend to impress people. And then I think it might have been even used as a hospital in World War II, not sure. But as you can see, he didn't skimp on the place. Everything was nicely done. I'm hoping it's open. It is. It's very dark in here. Let's go and have a look. I feel a bit like I'm not supposed to be here. Let's have a gander. Oh wow. I'm not staying in here long. But look at the place. It's huge. And unfortunately very dark. There will be some lights somewhere to put on, but I'm not putting them on because it's not really my place to do it. I wonder if there's any mention of the Wentworths in here. Surely they're going to have put the names in here somewhere. You'd think so, wouldn't you? Like, built by. Oh look, they're even hanging up the Union Jacks back there. But, yeah, look at this stained glass window. That's what I've come to look at. That's proper stained glass. None of your modern art stuff these days. It tells a story. Now I'm a bit confused by this. The incumbents of Holy Trinity Church, Wentworth, William de Vesky of Wath. Wath's near where I used to live, it's not far from here. 1235, so I wonder if that's from the original church. And then it tells you all the different people right through to 2002. But just makes me wonder, were they the ones in the other church? I thought I heard something. The bells are ringing, I can hear the automatic pulley thing clunking. Oh, whenever I'm in churches on my own like this, I get the naughty feeling. The naughty boy that used to go to Sunday school, wanting to come to places and go in the doors he's not supposed to. You know, like this. I think that probably goes outside actually. But we're not doing it because that would be really naughty, wouldn't it? Now look. Yeah, there's a proper lock on it. That's a shame. Or we might have sneaked up there and gone and had a look where the bells were. But anyway, better make our way back out. Me being naughty? Surely not. Anyway, come on, let's go for a pint. I can't stop thinking about that tunnel. I know I keep going on about it, but the thing that makes me think it might be this church is he had it built in the 1800s and he didn't want to see the locals have to walk through the village or get a carriage through the village. So, would it be this one? Oh look, it says, it was finished in 1877 this. That says 1875 on it there. So, it would, I think they started it in 1872, so it took 5 years to build. But the reason I've come this way and not on the main path is because if you look down here, he says, as he's rushing as fast as he possibly can to get to the end of this thing. But if you look at this, right, this would have been the old path through the gates that runs in a direct straight line straight down there to the hall, and it runs directly to the church. It's got to be, it can't be a coincidence that. Yeah, I can show you better now, those people have gone, but look how straight this is. And it goes direct, like if I zoom in here, that's the wall of the garden centre. And then if you follow that line directly, you will be at the hall. You'll be at the back of the hall, which was the front of the hall. It's got to be right, surely. Oh, I've almost missed the pub. This way. Just a quick turn off through the trees and we're at the pub. Now this is what I class as a proper English pub. Not a modern one, a proper old one. Now in the summer, obviously, they have all the tables out here for people, but the pub is actually just there, and it's about 500 years old, 500 years old. So it's got some age to it. Right, we're going in through the back door. I'm not going to make it that obvious that I'm filming, so get ready to be held down at my stomach. I'll leave you there. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.